Hello everyone, I'm Rebecca from devourdinner.com. Welcome to my kitchen and happy Sunday everybody. I am currently live on Facebook and on YouTube and I'm excited to be here. So welcome. When you join in, will you please give me a thumbs up, give me some hearts. Will you put in the comments, say hello, where are you from? But most importantly, can you hear me? Let's make sure we get all of our technology taken care of and out of the way before we dive into these recipes today. It's going to be a lot of fun. So welcome, welcome. All right, I see a heart. Somebody's there. Hello. Let's make sure we are live in both places, both on Facebook and on YouTube. Yep, we sure are. We're golden. So let's jump back. Okay, hey, there we are. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Welcome, everybody. I'm excited to be here. We're going to have a great recipe today. Actually, we're doing two. So in honor of Cinco de Mayo, the month of April is wrapping up and we are diving into May. I thought I'd do a couple of recipes off my site that you might want to enjoy this week if you're celebrating or just getting some Mexican flair in your recipes at home, whatever it may be. So I'm going to drop those links in the comments so that if you are on your desktop or your laptop or your iPad, you can pull up a separate tab and that way you can follow along with the recipe as we're doing it. And if you are on a mobile device, you'll have the link for later so that you can pull up the recipe and make it yourself at home. So let me get those dropped for you. Okay. We're gonna make, we've got a lot of things on my screen today. So the first recipe that I'm dropping is for the roasted tomato salsa. And I'm also gonna drop the link for the Instant Pot corn on the cob. We're gonna add to that today because we are going to make some elote. Perfect, we're gonna get both of those dropped. Hi Lisa, hi Sherry, hi Kathy, hi Amy. Welcome, welcome everybody. We can hear an echo is what I'm being told. My phone's not even on, so it's not coming from the phone. Try logging out and logging back in. Okay, sorry, that was an off-camera question. Apparently there's some echo. If you have an echo, log back out and log back in to see maybe what's going on there. Okay, let's get started. So we're gonna make roasted tomato salsa. We're gonna make corn on the cob in the Instant Pot. Now, it's not quite corn on the cob season, especially where I live. In fact, it took me 4 or 5 different stores to go to find corn on the cob here in eastern Idaho. Keep in mind, last week it was still freezing, and this week we are now in what we like to think is a heat wave. I think we're at 75 degrees today, which is a dramatic change from all of our snow and quick. So it's really warmed up here very quickly. But we don't have corn on the cob here, so it took me a little bit to find it. But we're gonna do some corn on the cob on the Instant Pot. So let's get that started so you can see what that looks like. It is the easiest, the simplest, the quickest way to make corn on the cob. You don't have to boil a big pot of water on your stove and heat up your whole kitchen. We're gonna put it right in the Instant Pot. So to do that, you will need a trivet. So go ahead and put your trivet in, and we're gonna add a cup of water because of course we always need that thin liquid at the bottom. Let's go ahead and pull a top down and see if we can get this pressure cooker in frame. There we go. And I'm just gonna go ahead and place the corn. Now, feel free to stack, and you're gonna stack crossways. So you could get 6 in here pretty easily, especially where I've trimmed off those edges. I'm just gonna do 4 today, but it works the same either way. You're gonna close your lid, you're gonna close the pressure valve. We're gonna start the pressure cooker and we want it to cook for 2 minutes. That's it. I know some of you at home who've never tried this recipe are thinking, wait, when I boil on the stove, I have to wait and let my water come to a boil, and then I put my corn in, and then it boils for however long, and all the steam heats up my kitchen. It's only 2 minutes in your Instant Pot or electric pressure cooker, whatever brand you're using. So let's go ahead and set it. Use your plus and minus keys to adjust the time so you get that 2 minute. And then as always, it's going to take just a moment before we hear some beeps. When those beeps happen, right there, that's how we know that the pressure cooker has accepted the reading and it's going to start the cooking process. The cooking process is really simple. It's going to heat up that water that we put in. And when it heats it up, it'll bring it to a boil. As it comes to a boil, it will create steam. Steam will create pressure, and it will seal off the back of the pressure valve, and then it'll start its cooking process. It's that simple, really. So that is Instant Pot corn on the cob, all right? What we're gonna do to it next is going to make it just fun and tasty and everything else. So that's kind of fun. I'm also gonna drop into the comments how to make air fryer corn on the cob, because maybe you wanna use your air fryer because you've got something else going in your pressure cooker, and that's fine too. To make this corn recipe, we just wanna get the corn cooked, and then we can put on the rest of the seasonings. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? All right, I'm gonna drop the link for the air fryer corn on the cob as well, just so you have that. And before I go any further, I wanna give a shout out to the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners group and Amy. She is the admin over there. Her team of moderators also jump on and help me out here every Sunday. I sure appreciate you ladies, you're fantastic. If you're joining from the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners group, welcome. I'm Rebecca from devourdinner.com, and I focus on easy to make recipes for busy families using common ingredients. I love to use my Instant Pot. I love to use the air fryer, and all of my recipes use ingredients that are commonly found in your home. Just good old pantry recipes that we love. So it's kind of fun. So if you're here for the first time, or you're afraid to get your Instant Pot out of the box, raise your hand, say something in the comments. This is a safe place. I'm happy to answer questions and give you tips and tricks on how to use your pressure cooker and anything that we're doing here today. So drop those comments in. Okay. Hi, Peggy. Peggy's from Arkansas. Hello, Mike. How are you? Hi, Kimberly. I see those hearts going up. And if you're joining me today from YouTube, welcome. I am live in both of those places. All right. Now, to finish off the corn recipe, I'm going to drop the ingredients to the recipe for what I'm doing, so that you kind of know. And I'm just going to put them in the comments. There's a lot of different ways to do this. This is just a quick, easy way that we quite like. So in this bowl here, I have a little bit of sour cream and a little bit of mayonnaise. I also have a little bit of sugar. We're going to add to it some garlic powder. And no, I don't measure. There's not. We're going to add some chili powder. And I like to add a little bit of cumin, even though it's not listed. I just like it. And we're going to mix all of this up. You can add a little bit of lime juice. I actually like to add lime juice after the fact on top. But this mixture right here, a little hard to see from there. This mixture is what we're going to put on the corn after it's cooked. Think of it as like you would normally put butter with salt on your corn and with some pepper. I'm going to spread this on the corn, and then we're going to add to it either some Parmesan cheese, some feta cheese, some, okay, I pronounce it wrong. You guys know, cotija cheese, crumbles on top. It's however you like. Traditionally, elote corn is grilled on your barbecue grill. And so feel free to cook your corn on the grill as well. I'm just showing you another method to cooking the corn. Okay. While this is cooking, while our corn is cooking, let's start on the salsa, okay? Now, I'm gonna get out my little quarter sheet pan and I'm gonna line it with parchment paper just to keep things a little cleaner. You're gonna need some Roma tomatoes. So go ahead and wash your tomatoes. You can cut them in half if you like. It's whatever. Today I'm gonna use an Anaheim pepper. You can use a jalapeno, a serrano, any kind of pepper you want. Maybe you just want bell peppers in there. On the recipe, you'll see all the different heat variables for the different peppers on how to heat up your salsa. All right, we like the Anaheim, so we're gonna use that. And then I'm gonna use some white onion and some cloves of garlic, okay? This is what we're gonna roast in the oven. So you'll set your oven to 350 degrees, and you're gonna cook it, roast it for a half hour, maybe 35 minutes, until the tomatoes kind of burst open. You're gonna see maybe a little bit of roasting on the edges of your pepper and on your onion a little bit. You're gonna wanna rub the vegetables with some olive oil. So take out maybe a paper towel, you can brush it on, and you're just going to coat a light coating of olive oil over all of your vegetables. And then you're gonna roast this in the oven for, like I said, at 350 degrees for 35 minutes, or until you see the skins of the tomatoes bursting open and you see some of that roasted edges on your peppers and on your onion itself. Your house is gonna smell amazing, amazing. It's just so wonderful. Okay, and as we like to do with TV these days, look what I have. Ta-da! All right, so you can see here the tomatoes, the skins have burst, and my pepper has got that roasted on the outside along with the onion. My little garlic over here, these are all roasted up. So simple, right? Just want to make sure I don't miss anybody here. Jacqueline, that's a great question. Jacqueline wants to know, how long do you cook 24 to 30 hot dogs in the pressure cooker? I don't know off the top of my head. However, if you go to my site and you hit the little magnifying glass and you put in hot dogs, I have a recipe for hot dogs in the pressure cooker, and you can pull up the timing for the hot dogs right off of that recipe. So that is a good question. I just don't know it off the top of my head. I will circle around later and answer it in the comments, but right now I can't search for that. Okay, to make the salsa, we're gonna push this off the edge. We haven't come up to pressure yet, but we can hear it boiling in there. So it's doing its little thing. Let's see here. I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, if you have a little food processor, this truly works the best. We're almost there. Do you guys ever notice that sometimes you have to push down the top of your pressure cooker to get it to seal? I do with mine, I notice. It's usually a sign that your seal is about on its last legs and you need to replace your seal. We're gonna throw the garlic in here, and I'm gonna cut this onion down. There we go. Just gonna throw that in. See that in there? Okay, and then we're just gonna blend this up. It's really that simple. I like to do a little bit of chopping first. And then we like to grind it in the opposite direction. We like to take a peek of it. Look at that. That looks good. Now, do you like your salsa chunky? Do you like it smooth? What do you like? This is a little on the chunkier side. We've got big pieces of onion still. And so I would like my onion a little smaller. So we're gonna blend that up. I think I'm gonna add this other portion of the tomato. Now you can season your salsa with salt, with pepper, however you would like. But I want to show you that. Can that? There we go. Isn't that pretty? Uh-oh, you know what? I forgot something. You know what I forgot? The cilantro. Who likes cilantro? There we go. Who likes cilantro? I do. I love the cilantro in salsa. So I'm just going to add a couple of tablespoons maybe. I like to pull the stems off my cilantro. I don't like all the stems. We'll blend that up. There we go. That looks better. Okay, I'm going to give that a quick taste before we go on in case I want to add to it. All right, let's add a little bit of salt. Now I am using Redmond salt. I do have a link for Redmond salt and a discount code. The discount code is Devour Dinner, one word, all caps, if you're interested in that. I'm gonna add a little bit of cumin. You could add a little pepper. And we're just gonna do a quick pulse on that, and that should be good. All right, let's pour this out. You guys see what I got going on here? Look at my cute bowl. Isn't that cute? There we go. There is our fresh salsa, roasted tomato salsa. It's absolutely beautiful. It's so, so good. Get your bag of your favorite chips. And let's try it out. Look at how pretty this is. I want you to see this here. You see that? It's so pretty. The colors in it. I love the extra green from the cilantro along with the flavor. You can actually add in some lemon juice into that, or some lime juice. That's really good. If you want to add lime juice to it, you can sprinkle it on top. You can mix it in with the salsa. I should have added it in there, so I'm just going to put some on top. Do a little stir. Take another little bite. So much better. Please, please try this recipe. I want to see how many of you try it this week because it's so easy, so quick. It takes minutes to get your plate ready and then you throw it in the oven. Once it comes out of the oven, let it sit for about a half an hour because, well, it lets everything cool down. It's really good that way. Okay, we're gonna put some of this stuff out of the way. We're gonna get this cutting board out. I got a lot going on here. I thought when we built this island that it was like so big and I had all of this room. And let me tell you, it like goes away quickly, like so quickly. All right, our corn's done. So in the time we just mixed all this up, our corn is ready. We're gonna open the pressure valve. Remember, if you're new to opening the pressure valve, move your Instant Pot away from your cabinets, away from overhead lights, because that steam will shoot up and hit all over it. And so we're just gonna open that up. There goes that steam. It'll take a couple of minutes for that pressure to come down, and then we'll be able to open the lid up and we'll pull it out. We'll put our corn right here, and then we're going to baste it up with this mixture, and we're gonna top it with Parmesan cheese or feta cheese or really whatever you want. It's wonderful. So let me go back to some questions while we're waiting for this. Welcome, welcome. If you are just joining me, will you give this video a thumbs up? and a heart. I am live on Facebook and on Instagram, and I so appreciate you being here. Let's drop, I haven't dropped the links in a minute or two. So I'm going to drop the link for the roasted salsa recipe and the Instant Pot recipe for the corn on the cob. I'm also going to drop a link to all of the recipes that you might want to make this week for Cinco de Mayo, which would include my fajita recipe. I've got a great oven-baked fajita that I like to do. That's fantastic. And while we're waiting for this, we're going to drop in with just a quick advertisement. You guys know I love my Clean Simple Eats protein, but this week they came out with another new product, and this one I'm telling you, order it. It's fantastic. What they are making now is they are making their greens in a 10 travel pack. So if you use my code Devour Dinner, one word, all caps, you can get this box for $16. In it, it has 10 individual servings, and there are 2 of each of their 5 top favorite green flavors. So they came out with 4 new green flavors just about a month ago. So there's the tropical, the green apple, the sweet lemon, and the raspberry lemonade. Those are the 4 new flavors. And then they had the peach, the peachy green mix as well. So you're going to get 2 of each of those in here for $16 when you use my code Devour Dinner, one word, all caps. I will drop the link in the comments as well. It's a great way to try the greens. If you've ever done greens and you're just like, ew, I can't do greens, they're gross, they taste yucky. Well, I'm right there with you. But these, and I'm not even kidding, these are good. So I mix the tropical. The tropical is my favorite. It tastes like pineapple juice. I mix it with my protein powder in the morning. I use a coconut protein powder, or I use the strawberry cheesecake and I mix it with that. If you use vanilla, you could mix it with vanilla. But even drinking these plain, really simple to do. So I now have some of these where I can keep them in my car and I can just mix them with a bottle of water and quickly get my greens in. I'm noticing differences. So I've been doing greens now for 2.5, almost 3 weeks, every day. I'm pretty impressed. Okay, let's go back to this. So our corn on the cob, we're gonna pull out, the pressure's released. Remember, if you're new, these little notches go right into your handle and they hold the lid so all the condensation can run down into your basket in the back. Let's see if we can get some of this in here without steaming up the camera too bad. I always tend to steam up the camera when I get it right underneath, but you can see what I got going on in here. So I'm just gonna use some tongs and we're gonna pull the corn out. Now this is hot. This is very hot. It's too hot to pick up and eat just yet. I'm gonna use a little basting brush to spread this. And I do find if you wait just a few minutes, it's a little bit easier when it's not quite so hot. But we're just going to baste this up. I think today I'm going to use Parmesan. Do you guys have a preference? What's your preference on cheeses? You can use feta, Parmesan. You can use just about anything. All right, my camera's trying to focus and I'm not sure where it's trying to focus. Again, if you are joining me from the Instant Pot 101 for Beginners group, thank you. Amy is the admin. Amy is fabulous. She's got a team of amazing moderators as well. And they join me week after week supporting me in doing these recipe demos to help you be more comfortable with your pressure cooker. And I love it. I love coming on here live every Sunday. All right, let's get another one done. So this mixture will probably do about 6 ears of corn. So if you're gonna do less, like you just are cooking corn for 2 people, then cut this in half. Just do it a little bit less because you don't need tons. And you can baste it on here thicker as well. It's really just a preference. It does absorb in pretty quick. All right, I'm gonna get some Parmesan going. This is where it gets a little messy really quick, right? So I just like to get a whole bunch out, and then you can roll it on your cutting board or whatever you're using. We're going to top it with some chili powder, or you can use smoked paprika as well. I like the extra color on it. And we're gonna pull this right over. Okay. Add some chili powder to that. My chili powder's running out. You see that? All right, we'll do this third one. We'll save that other one. There we go. All right, make sure you wash your hands. And then we're gonna clean up this workspace a little bit. Give ourselves some room. We're gonna add a little bit of salt to it because I like salt when it comes to my corn. Who's with me on that one, right? So this comes out really quickly. So I'm gonna control it by just doing that. And then if you want, if you cut up some cilantro, you can add some cilantro right on top. You can also add it before you add your cheese as well. It just gives a nice little coloring, a little presentation to the actual corn itself. But look at how pretty. See that? It's beautiful. Elote corn. So simple. Taking an easy recipe in your Instant Pot, dressing it up in a whole different way. And it's fun. Of course, we have our salsa as well. Pretty fun and cute. Sigrid says that corn looks delicious. Sherry says yummy. Doreen says I'm excited about the fresh salsa. Amy's clapping her hand. Coloring with D says, what is that sauce being applied? Okay, so earlier I dropped, it's a mixture of mayonnaise with some sour cream, and it has garlic powder, a little bit of cumin, some chili powder, and just a little teeny bit of sugar just to help kind of balance it. And that is what I basted onto the corn. Some people like to just put butter and then roll it in the cheeses and then top it with either chili powder or smoked paprika. There's a lot of different ways that you can do it. I found that this one was just kind of fun and something that we like. But that was a great question. Great question. All right, I'm gonna skim back through here to see what recipe or what questions I may have missed. Looks like I got them. Hello, everybody. All right, I'm gonna drop the link for the Clean Simple Eats once again. So that is the protein that I like, and this code works on anything on their site. But if you just want the greens, this will be $16 after the discount is taken. It's well worth it if you wanna try the greens out. And I promise you, these are not like the other greens. They're gonna be the color The greens are, but the flavor isn't. If you can get past the color, I know that's something that a lot of people struggle with, is the color of it, the dark forest green. If you can get past the color, they smell like they taste. So the tropical smells like pineapple juice. The sweet lemon smells like kind of like a lemon head candy. It's kind of a sweeter lemon flavor that you smell. The raspberry lemonade smells like a sweet raspberry lemonade or a raspberry Jolly Rancher. And then of course the peachy greens is like a peach ring. Smells and tastes just like a peach ring. The green apple flavor I have not yet tried, but I'm told it tastes like apple juice. So this is a great way to try those, and I dropped that link again. The code again is Devour Dinner, one word, all caps. If you're interested in Redmond salt, I love what Redmond salt does to food. So much better than the Morton salt. And I've got a code for that as well. A code and a link, which you can get 10% off any of your orders over there as well. And one last time, I'm gonna drop the measurements for how I made the corn as well. There we go. All the things. Okay, should I take a bite? You guys ready for me to take a bite? I'm hesitant to take a bite of corn on the cob when I'm live because you know what it does to your teeth. But I think it's cooled down enough that I can pick it up. So let's get into this. Oh, this corn is really sweet. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's way good. I wasn't expecting the corn to be this sweet this time of year. I got it at Costco, if you're interested. That is beautiful. So here's the elote corn, along with the roasted tomato salsa, which is fabulous. Also on my site is a tomatillo roasted salsa that you can make along with a guacamole. These are actual recipes that I was given when I was in Mexico at a culinary class, learning how to make salsas fresh while I was in Mexico. So it's kind of fun and they're refreshing. You can heat them up by adding more spice. So you can use a jalapeno pepper, serrano pepper, depending upon what you like. Today I used an Anaheim pepper, which isn't as spicy hot, which is what my family prefers. So that's kind of fun that way. And of course, you can always add some lime juice to your corn, to your salsa, any way you want, because it really does kind of add, and it's fun. Amy says, perfect crunch. All right, you guys, if you haven't given this video a thumbs up, please do. Please give it a heart, and please subscribe and follow me here at Devour Dinner, both on Facebook, on YouTube as well. If you have shared this video onto your feed or into a group, big, big hugs from me to you. It really does make a difference. It helps me out, and I sure appreciate it. I will be back next Sunday. Let's talk about next Sunday. We're getting close to Mother's Day. If you guys have a request, something you'd like to see, let me know. I would love to hear what you want to see. Otherwise, I'll come up with some great recipe. Maybe we'll throw in another air fryer recipe. We haven't done that in a couple of weeks. And make something fun for Mother's Day. I'm seeing all these hearts and thumbs ups and everything. Big hugs. I love to see that. You guys are fantastic. I so appreciate the support. Let's see, what other good stuff do we have going on here? You guys know my second site, Best Cookie Recipes. We've got new cookie recipes that come out every week over on bestcookierecipes.com. Please go hop over there and show me some love because that's a fun place as well. With Devour Dinner, we're having new recipes coming out multiple times a week as well. And if you're not on my newsletter, why not? I'm sending a newsletter out to let you know about my Facebook Live and my YouTube Live, along with the new recipes and recipes that you might be interested in based upon the time of year and everything else. And you can sign up for my newsletter on my website as well by just dropping in your email. So it's kind of fun. Kathy says, thanks for another great week. We will see you. Oh, plus it's my birthday week. Kathy, I love it. Ann says, great video. Deborah's giving a thumbs up. You guys are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Happy Sunday. Go enjoy some sunshine. Go enjoy your family, all the things. Big hugs from me to you. Remember, be kind. It's a hard world out there. And I know you're doing awesome. Give yourself a little bit of grace. Pat yourself on the back for all that you are doing. It doesn't always go perfectly, but you're trying your best and you're doing fantastic. So until next week, I'll see you later. Bye now.